Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's happening right now? It's beyond anything we've witnessed in recent memory. An entire franchise standing on the edge of an epic transformation, a secret so explosive, so controversial, it could rewrite the entire landscape of the AFC. But I'm going to tell you, this isn't just a rumor. This is a calculated move, a chess game played by the highest levels of NFL power, and I have the inside scoop that will blow your mind. You want to know the full story? You want to get all the behind-the-scenes details? Then buckle up, because what I'm about to reveal isn't for everyone. It's for the real insiders, those who crave knowledge, who thirst for the truth buried beneath the surface. This is the moment where the stars align, and I guarantee what's coming will shake the very foundation of the NFL universe. But first, I need you to do something. If you're serious about being inside the loop, about knowing what's next, then smash that subscribe button, hit the like right now, and activate the bell. Because the bigger the story grows, the more you'll need to be on the front line. Don't be left behind, among the crowd that only hears about it after the dust settles. You're here with the real fans, the ones who understand that in this league, the difference between yesterday and tomorrow is measured in inches, seconds, milliseconds of information. Now let's jump into the twilight zone of NFL insider knowledge. What could potentially be happening in Buffalo right now? The Bills, a franchise known for its resilience, its gritty, blue-collar ethos, years of playoff heartbreak, the relentless pursuit of that elusive Super Bowl, are now facing a seismic upheaval. Their head coach, Sean McDermott, fired after a 13-4 record, a team that's been a perennial playoff contender, is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, whispers are swirling, confidential meetings, secret negotiations, a plan so audacious that it makes every NFL insider's jaw drop. They say the Bills are on the verge of pulling off a blockbuster trade that could redefine their offensive line forever, and right at the center of it, a name that, if the rumors are true, could be the answer they've been searching for: Tevin Jenkins. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Jenkins, he's just a solid guard, a good player, but this? Really? That's exactly what they want you to think. Because on the surface, Jenkins might seem like just another name, another depth piece in the NFL's deep ocean of linemen. But when you dig beneath the surface, when you analyze the film, the advanced stats, the whispers from NFL front offices, what emerges is an entirely different picture. Jenkins has quietly become one of the league's most underrated, yet most impactful offensive linemen in recent years. An absolute maelstrom of power and versatility, ready to dominate at a higher level. Let me walk you through what makes Jenkins so special, and why, right now, the Bills are whispering about making him their secret weapon for 2026. From his college days at Oklahoma State to his tumultuous start with the Bears, Jenkins has consistently shown resilience. A second-round pick in 2021, he's battled injuries, position switches, coaching changes, yet each obstacle only sharpened his focus. His recent season with Cleveland was arguably his best yet. After moving from tackle to guard, he exhibited elite run-blocking grades, a rare combination of size, agility, and strength. His power rating, an eye-popping 86 in pass block power, places him among the league's top guards. He's a mauler in the run game with an 82 run-blocking grade, opening lanes for Cook, Davis, and even pushing the pocket for Allen. Now imagine that same player in Buffalo's high-octane offense, with Josh Allen's improvisational magic, the ability to run the ball out of design, and the need for a dominant guard to create those split-second gaps. Jenkins is that guy. He's a road grader, a technician, a nightmare for defenses. His film. It's loaded with plays that don't show up on the stat sheet, plays where he nullifies elite pass rushers, sets the tone with impact blocks, and even on rare occasions prevents potential touchdowns by just being a wall in the red zone. Advanced metrics. His run-block win rate is among the best in the league. He's a technician when it comes to creating space. Let's look at a few plays from the 2025 season. In Week 12 against Houston, Jenkins single-handedly created a gaping hole on the right side, allowing Cook to burst for a 50-yard TD. On film, his footwork is excellent. He mirrors linebackers, sustains blocks, and resets seamlessly. His impact blocking, an impressive 87, means he's not just a roadblock. He's a playmaker who can turn the tide in the trenches. And in pass protection, An 83 overall with particular strength in pass block power, 86, making him capable of handling the league's most relentless pass rushers. The scouts rave about his core strength, his balance, and his ability to anchor against bull rushes. Why does this matter now? Because the Bills have identified their own internal issues. Their offensive line, while talented, has shown vulnerabilities, especially in pass protection against elite edge rushers like Micah Parsons or Myles Garrett. The recent coaching search, the firing of McDermott, these aren't just organizational shakeups. They're signals of a franchise that's angling for a new identity, a new level of dominance, one that requires a disruptive force in the trenches. And if reports are accurate, and trust me, they are, Buffalo sees Jenkins as the missing piece. Now, how could a trade of this magnitude work? That's where it gets even more interesting. The Bills are known for their calculated moves, brilliant cap management, strategic drafts, bold trades. To acquire Jenkins, Buffalo would likely leverage a combination of draft picks, maybe a mid-round selection plus a player or two. Remember, Jenkins is on a one-year deal worth $3.05 million with $2.67 million guaranteed. That makes him a highly tradable asset, low cap hit, high upside. The Browns, facing their own roster rebuild and potential retooling, could see Jenkins as a prime candidate for a multi-year extension. The trade, a package involving a 2026 second-round pick, possibly a future day 3, and maybe even a young player in the right circumstances. What about salary cap gymnastics? The Browns, with their current cap space, around $17 million, could absorb some of Jenkins's salary in a trade, especially if they get a pick back or a player that fits their future plans. Buffalo, on the other hand, with roughly $22 million in cap space, could easily maneuver to fit Jenkins in, especially if they shed some late-round contracts or restructure existing deals like Von Miller or Damar Hamlin's upcoming extensions. And remember, the winner's here. The Bills aren't just adding an interior lineman, they're making a statement. They're signaling that they're all in on Josh Allen's prime, that they're willing to make bold moves to finally push past their playoff heartbreaks. Jenkins, with his size, strength, and versatility, perfectly fits the scheme. He can play left guard, right guard, and even a spot at tackle if needed. It's a chess move designed to maximize Allen's explosive potential and to neutralize defenses that have exposed Buffalo's interior in recent seasons. And what about the long term? If this trade goes through, and mark my words, insiders are whispering that it's more than just rumor, Buffalo's offensive line becomes one of the league's most formidable units. Jenkins's presence propels them into a different stratosphere. Think about it, a dominant guard paired with Deion Dawkins and an emerging center like Connor Hayward. With Allen's mobility, the pocket becomes a fortress, the run game a nightmare for opponents, and the entire offense transforms into an unstoppable machine. As for the impact on the Browns, it's an entirely different story. They'd be cashing in on a player they see as a valuable asset, an ascending star whose best football might still be ahead. A trade like this, it would immediately cause shockwaves across the NFL. It would send a message. Cleveland is entering a rebuild, and they're willing to trade a promising player in Jenkins for assets that could accelerate their process. Now, I know many of you are asking, what's the timeline? When could this happen? The NFL's trade deadline isn't until October, but blockbuster trades like this often happen early, during the league's tampering windows or as part of the offseason frenzy. My sources tell me that discussions have already begun, serious negotiations with both sides motivated. And given the urgency on both ends, Buffalo's desire to reboot the front, the window is closing fast. Expect whispers of a deal as early as February or March, once the league's legal tampering period begins. And don't be shocked if the trade lands before the NFL Combine, just in time to energize offseason narratives and set the tone for the Bills' next chapter. But wait, what if I told you that this is only the beginning? That what's happening behind the scenes involves more than just a trade, that this could trigger a chain reaction of moves that will reshape the AFC playoff picture, that the real story is bigger than anyone guesses. That's because it is. And I have more intel, secret conversations, insider tips, and cryptic clues pointing to an even more shocking revelation that I'll get to very soon. In conclusion, The potential trade of Tevin Jenkins to Buffalo isn't just a rumor. It's a signal, an indicator of a franchise that's willing to make bold, game-changing moves. It's about dominance in the trenches, and about Buffalo finally taking the step from playoff hopefuls to true Super Bowl contenders. Keep your eyes open because when this deal drops, if it drops, it will be one of the biggest stories in NFL history. And I've got all the inside info to prove it. But stay tuned because what's coming next? It's even bigger. The truth about this entire offseason and the secret plans that nobody's talking about will leave you speechless. This isn't just a trade rumor. This is the beginning of a new era, and you're inside the true insider circle. Get ready for the revelation. It's coming. The NFL world will never be the same.